Refugees from South Sudan residing in northern districts of Adjumani, Gulu, Lamoa and Kitgum will now benefit from a €7.5 million innovation center with funding from Dutch government. The Refugee Law Project has constructed an innovation center to help refugees and host communities build on their relation. Refugee Law Project Director Chris Dolan says the project is to strengthen rule of law and address war-related injuries among the refugees and the host communities.
We're strengthening rule of law in refugee hosting areas. We're addressing what we call the war-related harms of both of refugees but also of the hosts, because most of the areas are conflict affected, so there are many host populations that are still carrying war-related injuries. So the project addresses both the injuries of refugees and of hosts. We put a lot of emphasis on making it possible for people to speak for themselves.
The Netherlands ambassador to Uganda, Henk Jan Baker, says his government will inject €60 million into physical and psychological programs for the refugees and host community in northern Uganda to help fight post-war trauma.
We should not take lightly the physical and psychological trauma that all these refugees are dealing with. But we also very much acknowledge that the host communities in northern Uganda have their own trauma to deal with as well. So we are trying to push economic activity in these areas. This is still in the early stages, so I cannot tell you exactly what we are doing, what we will do in these projects. But one of it will be indeed skilling. Make sure that refugees and host communities have the right skills to set up their businesses, to set up their farms.
Northern Uganda is currently hosting over 20,000 refugees from South Sudan in the districts of Lamoa, Gulu, Adjumani and the West Nile districts. Ben Sonongom, NBS, Live at 9.